What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
It's time for us to beat the game. It's Jota Zeta playing Expedition 33. I overcounted my syllables. Hello! And welcome. And we'll begin our slow walk. I just want to talk a little bit about how excited I am for this ending. We've listed the character of Verso, the way we've been introduced to him, kind of. There's a lot of really cool like writing tricks and techniques. I guess you wouldn't really call them writing tricks, but they use a lot of techniques that I think is very interesting in this game, which is essentially about grief and different griefs and different responses to grief and how that all comes together. And it's all centered around that guy right there. But the main story is written from a way that we are a part of the journey. Because we see Gustav and we see a man who was robbed too early for his time, and then we see Verso, who is an incomplete, not that great replacement. I mean, he is a replacement, and he's actually a better character than Gustav with it when it comes to like his abilities in combat and stuff. And he has a very interesting in his own story. But ultimately, he is filling in for a spot that he wasn't originally involved for. He's got his own stuff going on, and that is Verso's story. Is that he is not the actual Verso. He's involved in a much larger plot of a paintress who is trying to keep his memory alive because she can't bear being apart from her son, because the loss of a son is huge. Mael's story is so intertwined with that because she's been affected by that loss by not having anyone. And you can hear that. I see you. I feel you. So like that's why there's like the theming of the song, and that's Mael's story, is because of the grief and because like she survived, but she has so much damage on her face that her life has been irrevocably ruined, and everyone is too blinded by grief in deciding things for her and not doing, like, basically not giving her any chance of her own future. And because of that, she feels alone and isolated, even though when there's people around her, which is exactly, and she's grieving just as much as they are. And how does that grief come through? She wanted to go see her mom again. She wanted to go see this version of Verso, even though it's not her version of Verso. And you know, that there's a whole bunch of it. She got to learn about the people in the canvas lives, and she's now just as much a part of the escape as she is a part of reality. And she definitely wants to keep with this. She definitely wants to keep with this escape, which is also kind of interesting. But Lune has the same thing. Lune lost her parents, and they were always dedicated to a goal, and their work and approach to grief was to work and to get through it and to push it. And she's found a more healthier method in, yeah, she still wants to focus and do those goals. She's still, like, the painters had to be stopped, even though it's killing people around them and there's more and more loss. And the way that she's dealt with it is continue their mission and their legacy, but don't let it consume you, and still give your own time for music, which I think is the most healthy response, and that's one of the reasons why Lune is one of the most centering characters in the game. You also have Ciel, who was so lost in grief that she attempted to, I gotta say this for YouTube, Sudoku? That's what the people say now? They attempted to Sudoku themselves? But were saved by someone, because sometimes in grief, when we are at our loneliness, we need some sort of hero, an SKA, to come out of nowhere and save us. And she was lucky enough to have one. Sometimes people aren't lucky to have one. And she's lived a life where, she was more than ready to die, but she also was ready to lose. She didn't try to do it. I guess she wasn't trying to do that. She was just so lost in grief. She had an emotional reaction so heavy that it almost destroyed her life and took away something even more precious from her. And she had to come to terms with that, and those decisions, the effects of that grief, actively made water super hard for her to deal with, which then again you have to get over it. You have to move forward, and Ciel has kind of become that. She felt like she was the most self-sufficient by the time that we got here, but she also didn't really care if she lived or died. She kind of had her heart set on just like, if she dies, and it's fine. And now I think that she has more friends that that we've grown with. She's more keen on keeping that life alive, and that there's people that care for her, like Esquier, who just loves everybody. And it helps that he was designed to help people in their bad thoughts. And she also relates to people like she relates to Verso in that fact. I guess everyone kind of relates to Verso in that fact, because Verso was created for a purpose. He wasn't just born. He was kind of just shoved in things. He's alone in the fact that he doesn't really belong with the rest of his fake painted family, because he knows they're not real, and he's not bound to the whims of the paintress. And because of that, he has this complicated connection with both the painted versions and the reality versions of folks. And so he's kind of like that with Mael, with Lune, purpose, production focused, and he's very much going against and living his own life, which is not what his parents are, the paintress and his fake dad kind of like are pushing on him to try to live life, enjoy the experience. And you could tell that he was a very different person when he was younger, with the vlogs that we saw about how everyone in Lumière deserves life, and then he just got like repeatedly beaten down over and over and over again. And that's what relates him to Ciel, which is when, dying essentially, and getting to those dark thoughts, but then having Esquier bring him out of those thoughts, even though those same thoughts about ending the cycles of grief and trying to help his mom at any cost also caused unintended reactions to the rest of the world, because now Lumière is empty except for the real Renoir. Minoko, you get to see him deal with Noko's grief, and he's forever changed by that, but in a way that he understands. Like, obviously Noko's still alive, and Gestrel's come back, but it's very much in the same part of how Verso is a recreation, and just because he's recreated here doesn't make him the same. Just like Noko was reborn and isn't quite the same, and it's hard for him to see. When we went to go see Noko at in the last episode, Minoko cries because he doesn't remember, but he's still him, and he's still dedicated to like love him and care for him, like Noko had loved and cared for him when he was a younger soul. So, and Verso and Minoko being friends is just like a nice touch. Like, they like to fight together, and it's nice that Verso isn't alone. But more importantly, it's the Minoko is Verso's look at grief through Renoir's eyes, kind of through Ciel's eyes, through Renoir's eyes and the paintress's eyes. Kind of like how when Verso asked Ciel if he could bring someone back, would you, even if it wasn't them? And Ciel was like, yeah, I would. Kind of. I don't know. Because there's a whole other thing with that. There's so many different aspects of grief and what it means to grieve, and we still haven't really gone super in depth, because Mael being isolated is a whole other thing, which is what her whole side quest was about. Lune's was about her parents, and there's still like Julie, which I would want to see. I know there's more like stuff with like Clea out in the world, that like the end game bosses and stuff like that. There's something that there's Renoir's drafts, which I heard there's a super boss in there that probably has some sort of small story tied to Verso. And then there's whatever is, I haven't even seen what's in the free updates or anything, but there's whatever is in there for the actual Verso's draft, so we get to see the like what if there was any how big of a difference or how different the actual Verso was. And I'm sure there's gonna be some grief to it, but also it's like it looks like a kid's Candyland type thing, which is, I mean, it makes sense. Verso was a child. He created Esque, who's the most powerful, most bestest person, and then like most bestest person ever, which is such a childish thing to make, but it's a beautiful thing, the mind of a child and the creativity of a child, you know. I wanted to say all of that while we were playing these missions, and I've not really had a good way to say it with my words until I sat down and processed it. This game's handling a lot of intense topics, and it's doing it in a way outside the norm for video games, really. Most video games will then mention the topic, they will then have their characters say, yeah, that's a tough subject, or that's hard, and then some games will just kind of leave it at that, and they'll have, like, there's no perfect solution. Or most games, I think, actually will say, well, you have to move out of this, and you'll have to move out of this, or help this character deal with their grief. And then the quest is done, and they've moved on from their grief, and then you can move on to the next objective. This really leaves people in a state like, yeah, Lune knows what happened to her parents. She's a more complete person. You got the gameplay stuff, but she's still dealing with it. So is CL. So is Versos. Freaking Mael is just like, you know, she's like the centerpiece of this whole thing. She wrote "Papa, go home" because she wants to just withdraw in this place. Which the I think where the metaphor kind of falls apart a little bit is that this is a whole other world. Actually, no, it doesn't fall apart really, because sometimes when you lose someone and you like looking at the family and being with the family and they treat you differently because the mom blames Mael for the fire, and now she can't speak or have any abilities, so she's not viewed as like particularly valuable in the family, which is not something that families usually like think about or talk about. But I think that we all know how our family dynamics work, and there are some people in our family that we look at and we go, yeah, this is the person that like I connect with more, and this is people that I don't connect with more. And I'm sure that there are families out there that will look at Mael and just be like, yeah, her ignorance or whatever killed Verso, and whether it's right or justified, she's sidelined or put to the side because she's young, she doesn't understand, she's injured. And I think the whole tragedy of this is that Renior really loves his daughter and he doesn't want to lose her. And where the escapism comes is because she doesn't feel that from her family. Or the way that Renoir's doing it is saying, do what I say, don't deal with your grief your own way. I'm not treating you as a person, I'm treating you as a problem to be solved. Might be where Mael's found a place to escape. Or, if you wanted to put that in the real world, Mael found a place to like express herself. Maybe she joined a pottery class, or maybe she joined, and it's got to be a little bit more drastic than that. I don't know. Dancing, video game development. Something that consumes her life that just takes her away from her family over and over and over again, to the point where she doesn't see them, doesn't talk with them, and she doesn't have that sort of connection with them. And the thing is that that's making Mael a better person, in a sense. She's found her self-confidence. She's literally found her voice. She can see more clearly, 2 eyes. Like, all of the metaphysical stuff is there. It's just there is a real consequence that if she stays here, it will drain her life. Just like she'll become a zombie in the real world, or she'll be dead to the family. And that is a tragedy. And I guess my take on it is that I sympathize with both Mael and Renior, and I kind of feel bad that it kind of has to come to a giant fight back and forth on how this works. I think there's a balance that you could have between the two, and I don't know if a balance is able to be found, especially with the mental state of the mom and with how important this place has been to Mael, because she's fallen in here, lived 14 full years, 16 full years, 15-ish, a bunch of full years on her own. In addition to the years that she's lived on the outside, and this one she feels more comfortable with because she's kind of lost her memory. It's like it's like a missing kid that was like her parents couldn't get to her in time, and she's choosing a life between two worlds. It could be something a bit more like that. It just doesn't go along with my tone of grief that I was going on before. In which case, Mael's story is really a story of just about independence. Independence, but also independence at a cost. But she's also staying here specifically because of grief, because of Gustav dying, and she wants to bring everyone back, and she wants to make a perfect idyllic memory. She has a lot of her mom in her, which kind of drives the whole thing into... Yeah, I guess I thought it's a game about grief. No one's perfectly healed. Everyone has a bit of a flaw, but they all feel human. And I think that they nailed it. I think that they've done solid. I mean, the voice actor performances are also really good. But the people that we're with, I think, are nice and relatable. Although I don't think that I would really be too big of friends with Verso in this game. He's made a lot of callous decisions, but again, I guess at the time, like, he views these people as creations, not like real people. And as far as the game world is going by, these are all real people, just created. And I guess you go to the nature of what is life, what is real life, and stuff like that. But we have a game to beat.
Wait for us here. It's dangerous for you near Papa. We'll have to move fast. I can't maintain them for very long. Tomorrow comes.
Oh, is this the Renoir theme? Oh! Nice! Thanks, guys. Huh.
These expeditioners are glorious wreakers of havoc.
My sword of Lumière.
And it's also really, really cool that these are the expeditioners, too. Oh, he's doing like dodges and parries and stuff. That's really cool.
Yes.
Oh, I missed him. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
The dance begins.
Rain of Fire was what I should be doing. Oh, there's no way you're lasting, is there?
My turn.
He is lasting. A bit surprised about that.
Get ready.
Let's dance. It's better.
Nice. Shortcut. Immediately play when falling below. Ooh, that's actually really good. That'd be really solid. We're actually going to put Minoko in because I forgot he eats feet. And then this area, we want to make sure that we eat all the feet that we need as possible. I just think that's really, really cool that they're doing the animations. Hey, Minoko, my friend. Oh, look at that! Because he does that, he's on fire. Which means I can instantly do my Florette Flurry.
Finesse and precision.
Cut him down.
No damage. Beautiful. We continue. We got the Aberration's Foot, which is a new skill. Excellent. I don't think we're going to keep him in our final party. I know we do want Verso and Mael there. Poor guy.
I'm filled with murderous rage.
It's weird in a game about like the death and like what loss does to people. I shouldn't have done that.
Finesse and precision.
Cut him down.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't be shooting before. Yeah. Orb doesn't appear to do any damage. That's interesting. I know there's been context like places to attack, but there's not usually a context place to like not attack. You know what I mean? Oh, that used to be the cafe. A perfectly normal trash can. Oh, there's a message inside. It's for the guy that was trapped in there.
Actually, I am gamaging like everyone else. Looks like my plan didn't work. During my time in this trash can, I found a rare treasure. I am entrusting it to you now.
Hey,
Farewell.
trash can man. A perfect chroma catalyst. That's like a really good weapon too. We're gonna do sword delay actually. Because holy crap, that was 10 damage. And then we can swift stride.
Let's have some fun.
Hang on, let's bring down our AP a bit. Killed. And remember that we have. Oh, we don't have follow up yet. Oh, I think I messed this up. Oh well. All right, let's hit him good with the same things that. Here we go. This wasn't here before. This is getting away in the road. But this is the rooftops where Gustav was at. Oh, that was cool. I'm so happy that it's letting you explore this area, and it's at least rewarding you with exciting like battles scenes that are happening over here.
Good stuff.
Energizing power. Game 2 AP on playing powerful. That's good. I think this is our thumbnail. There we go. I also like how the music has gone, like it went from like intense and now it's like melodious and thinking. It slowed down a little bit as we're on the rooftops. We're recalling our time on these rooftops. Oh man. We can go back to the continent now. That's crazy. Oh. Are we gonna have to fight painted versions of like Lumiérians? I don't know how I feel about that. That looks very Gustav-y. And that looks very... Is this like supposed to be like a Gustav Sophie type thing? We never really got to see Sophie fight.
The dance begins.
Maybe I was just reading too much into it and it's just happens to be someone that looks like them.
This will hurt.
It could just be painted copies. It could just be painted copies. Although life is so something. And that I don't think that's like Gustav's old weapon or anything crazy like that. Oh, look at those parries! Parry, parry, parry. Oh my gosh, he's so good at this game. He's gonna hit him with lightning bolt again? Yeah. That's cool. Gonna take this. Gonna fight you.
I'm embarrassed.
Ready to go. Precision.
I really do hope these are just like copies and they're not like the corrupted
lovely.
Dark Souls of anyone or anything crazy like that. It shouldn't be, but you know.
Let's spill some ink. This will hurt.
bit too aggressive there. I should have done Swift Stride first.
Let's have some fun.
Oh, resistant to lightning, eh? Well, that doesn't fly here.
Your father. He's at the tower.
Yes. My own.
This is about as far as we got originally, because this is where I think where we came on the rooftop the first time. Oh no, this is it right here by the Gamache tree. Are you... Okay. Isn't it beautiful here? Her paintings are always astonishing. Yet I wish she would understand. Understand what? Just what it means for me to paint. What do you mean? The boy has gone silent. I think this tells you that this thing is a remnant of like the OG Verso and his desires in it and talking about it. Because Verso talked about how he was never really good as a painter, even though this is a Verso painted world, a Verso's canvas originally, that was painted here.
Great.
And he preferred to play the piano rather than do anything else there. So that's where I think that comes together.
Good stuff.
Charging stone. Nice. Yeah, very small niche use, but still useful. Ooh, we get rock guitar. That's how you know it's legit.
Great.
There's so many variations on this on Renoir's battle theme too, on this battle theme. That's so cool. Oh, hello. Is that a new enemy type? Oh, that's a Lune type. Uh-huh.
On fire. That's better.
So that must be my Amael type because she's a fencer. I say type. Just because of the amount of human weapons and items that they have there. Comes from, yeah, that's what I thought. And of course the battle. Oh. It's cool that we get to see the battles happening in like real time too. We get to see how proper and like powerful they are. Oh, we fought you before. But it does look like our offensive has kind of boiled down a bit. But I think it makes sense that we get to fight at the Eiffel, the roof, not Eiffel Tower.
Oops, come back.
Finesse and grace.
Well, that will help.
You look scary. Like the human like that looks a little bit worse than the enemies that we were fighting earlier. Do you have any feet? Yes. Oh, he's chromatic too. I guess we could technically avoid him.
Yeah.
Oh! They only usually attack 5 times. That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Ready to go.
Alright, this is gonna kill him, right?
Cut him down.
Not quite. I guess we needed to blow this up before we can really see a lot of damage. I remember that being a thing with the other enemy type.
My turn.
Should have held off. Well, that's okay. Oh, Manoko. Agile. Oh, this is good. Our new agile attack. We get to actually see what it is. Oh, we get to fill the break part too. That'll be handy. Oh, that little guy.
Okay. Nice.
Still burning. Excellent.
Come on. I'm ready.
Now let's try this again.
This will hurt.
There we go. We just had to kill the light. Brilliant. Augmented counter 3. Increased counterattack damage by 75%. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We are getting a lot of resplendent chroma, so like lower form chroma upgrades. I think it's to bring other swords and weapons up rank if that's what we wanted to do. We got a new foot. Excellent.
Great.
No, excellent.
What have we here?
The Opera House.
I was just about to ask what it is, so I'm glad that someone mentioned it. I'm guessing this is like a famous Paris opera house, maybe? Ooh, it's gonna be Verso playing. Because Verso's the piano player.
Nice.
I think I would have turned off the comments of like the nice and whoa for the new stuff just in this area, but otherwise this execution has just been amazing. There's something about opera houses in video games we should look at some point. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to me, game? It's Gustav and Sophie. This game just wants to tug on my heartstrings the whole time. Reminding the people of everyone of what we've lost up to this point. Oh, Lumière. That's like my favorite track, so I'm glad that we got it. Also, I'm gonna forget, so I'm gonna have to pick it up here as soon as we can. There's so many thumbnails we could go with in here. Now we're getting into the more darker areas.
Nevrons from the Axon Islands. What are they doing here?
Like Axons, they're Papa's creations, not Claire's.
We are sticking with Minoko. Because I don't think those are... Oh, I remember those axons. Okay. So we probably already have their feet.
Time to hit big.
Yeah, we do.
That's better. This will hurt.
She does so much damage now.
Cut him down.
Contorso. Oh, so they're giving us a ton of weapons and weapon upgrades here to get us ready for the end game. I like that. It's a good design decision.
Nice.
And if we were just running straight after the boss, it would also give us like practical options and uses for some old swords and abilities. Oh, I don't remember what their gimmick was. Guess it doesn't matter.
I must exact revenge.
Good.
Let's have some fun.
First up off the level, that's good. We'll bring Lune back out for the major boss fight.
Great.
Healing stun. Okay, right on, right on.
Almost there.
This is the way to go.
Mael,
Let's go.
Yes, there we go. This is a side area, has to be.
an advantage.
Oh, the boy again. Maybe I should continue. Maybe I should continue. Maybe you should. Yeah. If that were a choice. The boy had gone silent. Wait, is this the way to go? I mean, it's not the way to go, right? Like, maybe it's not. Because he's in this path, I feel like this might be the way to go. I thought it would be a straight shot from here. Oh, hello.
I must rage.
On fire. Blades sharpened. This will hurt.
It's a new... Yep, it's a new feat.
Great.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to like walk across the buildings that way. So that was not as straight of a shot as I was thinking. Siren dress. Other masked lady from the Siren place.
Let's spill some ink. That's better.
Those enemies still have their healing. Picto's already owned. Healing stun converted to 1500 chroma. All right. So the game, I've never seen that happen in a game where you can choose two paths and then whichever Picto that you pick up is the same Picto. It's odd that that's only happened once, but it's also odd that it happened here. Oh, sorry, the boy has gone silent.
Good stuff.
Hey, a merchant.
What have we here?
After all this mess is happening, I was the only one curious enough to make the journey here. But this place is sad. Tell me about it. Posterium. Potterium. Owned. Oh, we own that one. We don't own this one? Let's fight the merchant for a better thing. We will stick to tradition. How am I
En garde! Flames! Rain! Nice! On fire!
Oh, that's
I'm ready!
not gonna work out for you, man.
Finesse and precision!
Thanks for the distraction. I'm gonna sell you the real goods. Thank you.
Papa is somewhere past the gardens.
Is this our final save point? I think it's our final save point. This is gonna be our point of no return. Ooh, with the violin. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's from the painting. Are you gonna be a boss fight? Are you gonna like wake up and like trap us or something?
Great.
No. I was a bit worried about that. But I've been wanting to see that like this whole time. Or is that one of the boss enemies that we fought? I think it's one of the boss enemies that we fought before. And oh, it's inky water.
I can't sustain the expeditioners much longer.
Ned, we need to defeat them fast.
There's like all this area in the gardens to look around and explore too. Oh man. Whoa! I'm gonna clear you out. Luna, you're in. I missed that. That's okay. Miles still gonna go first anyway because he's just amazing like that.
Flames. Rain. Good.
Incoming.
What is
A
this?
storm is coming.
I'm getting... I just got, like, my butt handed to me there. I have 3 fire.
Nobody died.
Guess I healed everybody.
That's better. Ready to go.
Ready to strike.
Maybe that's not the last flag then.
Interesting.
25% increased damage to gradient attacks. That's not bad. It's actually pretty good.
Wow.
Oh, they're guarding something too. There's 3 of them. You know what? Minoko doing burn right on the initial turn is so nice because it lets my L just act 1 turn sooner.
Almost lost you.
From fire. This will hurt.
Cut him down. You're outmatched.
I love that anchor guy.
Perfect.
It's another color of Lumina. Yeah, I've been wanting to fight one of those ever since I saw them on the. Ever since I saw them. This will be fun and exciting. Sorry, there's only 2 of you. 2 of you was easy.
Yeah. From fire. Blades sharpened.
Ready to strike.
The sweet taste of battle.
Okay, that's solid enough. Careful. Don't crash on me, game.
Oh, lovely.
As far as final dungeons go, if you would have asked me at the beginning of the game what I thought it was going to
lovely.
be, I would not have said an empty Lumière filled with creations of a copy of what I thought the main villain was going to be. But I guess the original, but you know what I mean.
I'm embarrassed.
Finesse and grace. Ready to go.
You're outmatched.
Nice. I feel like the items on this side were a little bit more hidden because they're like behind the hedge, or they're not behind the hedge at all. That was just one of them, I suppose. Was this side only hiding 2,000 chroma? Yeah, I guess one side's better than the others. Oh, and this is all the gommage leaves. In a way, it's kind of like we're fighting on, like, the corpses of the people of Lumière. In a way, in a certain point of view. Reminds me kind of the Path of Glory in World of Warcraft. Except
Your
this one
father's
looks
been
nicer.
extra inspired.
A most enticing challenge.
Let's do this. Creation. I knew it had a foot.
I am filled with murderous rage.
Characters affected can't be healed. It takes damage instead. Okay. Don't get healed. That shouldn't be a problem.
Let's have some fun.
Let's carve a path.
They added choir to the main battle song, the music too.
Your existence.
Oh, it just makes it so much more epic. It's not gonna do you much good, is it? Oh, because you died. Oh, poor little baby. Let's make you powerless because I don't know what you do yet. Alright, you are resistant to light damage. Good to know. Well, let's,
Watch out.
Oh. He swings both ways. Probably should have done that. That's okay. A little bit more fire on there. It's not a bad thing.
You're outmatched.
Okay, so your follow-up is 2. Oh. No.
My, what lovely meat.
Is that hurting me? I'm just gonna defeat you, I think. If I can. Faster than strong. Always play twice in a row, but deal 50% less damage. That seems much less powerful than cheater. And I don't like that at all. I guess you could put on someone that is just like constantly putting dots on, like maybe like a super fast Lune. Ooh! What's your skill, Minoko? Creation Void. Do extreme... yeah, that is extreme. That's 9 whole things. Holy crap. More damage if the same target is hit multiple times. Ooh. You know, I think I'd rather put that on... Yeah, I think I like that better. It's not often that we're going to I don't think it's going to be often that we're going to be able to use that. But I also think that that's a really nice ability to have. Let me just grab that really quick.
Nice.
Papa's over there. And the chroma we need to bring back Lumière.
Even I can sense him.
We'd better make sure we're ready.
This is it. All that we've fought for Gustave. Tomorrow comes.
Farewell for now.